I got a call from a guy that wanted me to come out and kill some coyotes because he was having an issue with them coming up and taunting his dog and trying to take his dog out of his yard. Hey, Randy.
Well, hello, Jason.
How you doing?
All right. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Just been having problems with some coyotes, huh?
Yeah, we've had some problems with them. We lost a dog. It was our grandson's dog, and that they lost, and the boys are pretty upset about it. But yeah, we'd like to try to get some of them taken care of if we could.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem. We can do that. Well, when he called me up and he told me, he said, you know, he had these coyotes coming up and they were coming up to the yard and they were trying to lure him out.
Well, Jason, we've seen them as close as these lights in the evenings trying to entice the dogs out from the yard.
And he told me that he saw these coyotes come up to the fence and they would try to, like, you know, play with him and try to be friendly. So they're coming almost right up to the house.
Yeah, they're coming right on up here.
You know, that's what coyotes do, though. They'll team up on these animals and they'll act friendly and try to get them out there, then they pounce on them.
I figured that they had to be right in this area, right down in here, is where the attack occurred.
Uh-huh. And where did you actually find the dog?
Oh, well, we found the dog right over on the next hill over there. Grandkids called him Bam Bam.
Yeah, pretty sentimental to them, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was. We had they done a little crying for quite a while about it happening to him, and Jackie, our other dog, he's learned his lesson. He stays in the yard. Matter of fact, he won't even, unless I go out with the tractor and everything, he won't even go out into the fields.
Coyote is part of the dog family, so, you know, they are cousins to him. So I think a lot of it's just territorial. You know, they're probably just territorial with that dog, whether it's that dog's not a coyote, but it's still part of the canine family. And
right.
I think it's just getting rid of any kind of threat or anything, you know. I mean, they just see everything that's like that or remotely close as a threat, you know, just like a fox or bobcat or anything else, you know. I mean, that's their territory, and they just, you know, dogs will be dogs.
Yeah.
I knew it was pretty important to Randy. I could tell by the way he was talking, it's pretty important and really important to his wife and grandkids. So, you know, I want to get out there as soon as possible. On this first one, I'm just setting up in the next field over, not far from his house. You know, they said they were coming up and surrounding his house. So, you know, the way I was setting up and the wind was played, you know, I was trying to get an vantage point.
Got the GC500 out about 40 yards maybe. I'll start off with some howls and see what we can do. Start off with the coyote female.
So I'm self-filming on this, and that's not easy. If you go out and coyote hunt, you know that they can come in from anywhere, they can move anywhere, and it's pretty tough. So
let's try some JD Rabbit HCI. Sound a call by JD Pine.
And I went through my normal sound, went through some prey distress, and that's when this one showed up. And he was totally oblivious, had no idea that I was even there.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
This segment of the job is brought to you by Coyote, dead serious game calls.
So I did a little bit of hand call, a little bit of howling, then I switched over to the Coyote, GC500 on this one. And I went through my normal sound, went through some prey distress, and that's when this one showed up. And he was totally oblivious, had no idea that I was even there.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
So, you know, he wasn't playing the wind as much as I thought he would. He circled around this call, but the wind was actually almost in my face. So I think he was just really intrigued and focused on the sounds that were coming out, you know, and I think he was just not caring too much about it, really. So I kill this dog and I do some more sounds, you know, and I was actually, you know, zoomed in tight on this call, just trying to get some extra stuff, trying to get some, you know, some video, some B-roll of the, you know, making the sound so we could use it in the video. And here comes another one. So, you know, caught me off guard. I was zoomed in trying to, you know, just kind of playing with the camera, and, you know, and it caught me completely off guard.
Number 2, baby. Number 2. All right, just got a double. Man, the first one just came in really super fast. Whew. I love it. My adrenaline's still going. Still shaking. I love it. This is what I live for. Love it. first one came in to the Rabbit HC1, JD Rabbit HC1. I didn't have that call in maybe a minute. And this thing just come right out of this little corner of timber, a little patch of timber right out of the corner. And he just showed right up, and it was fast. He circled the GC 500, and I ended up dropping him maybe 10 yards from the call, if that, but he went right by it. And here comes the second one, popped out of the exact same spot. Shot both of them within 5-6 minutes of each other. So let's go see what we got. It's what coyote hunters live for, when you can go out and, you know, enjoy God's country and get to do what you love and help farmers and help conservation, help the deer and turkey population, you know, help the cattle and the calves, and then you get to do it and enjoy it too. So GC 500 did it again.
This segment of the job is brought to you by Reese Outdoors. When only the best will do. Custom predator calls made in the USA.
So, you know, I'm hoping that these are the two coyotes that kept luring this Jack Russell out and, you know, trying to get rid of him. And I'm thinking, all right, we did pretty good. But 2 weeks later, you know, he gives me a call again. You know, in this particular spot, it seems like no matter how many I thin out or I kill, they just keep getting replaced.
That's the truth.
And I actually go to 2 fields over.
Let's give a howl with the Reese Outdoors diaphragm.
Guys, you know what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set up in a different field, different call location. I'm using different sounds. You know, that's one thing I can say is, you know, if you kill and have success, there may be another coyote out there that heard those sounds. Get to a new location, get some different sounds and confuse them, and you're liable to get another one to come in, and that's exactly what happened.
Woo! 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 Look like a big dog. Look like a real big dog. Could be fooled, but like a nice one. See what we got? Nice big old female. Good looking one.
This coyote came in about the 15-minute mark. I started off with some howls on the Reese Outdoors diaphragms and waited for a response, didn't get one. And then went over to a couple calls. I went in with the RRP 5 and the RRP 6. And I did the first sequence, nothing came in. Waited about 5-10 minutes, started in with another sequence, and I just finished up, and this coyote popped out. Woo! Yeah, I feel like, you know, it was a success on this place. You know, we eliminated a few coyotes, put a dent in the population out there, but obviously it wasn't quick enough. And, you know, overall, we're predator control and predator population, you know, we're keeping them under check, but man, some spots, it don't matter what you do, they just keep coming in.
Well, that's a good thing that we have individuals that want to come out and do these kind of things, and and helps all of us out here that's got land and everything, that we have someone that'll be able to come out and knows their business about doing it. I mean, I could go over there on top of one of those hills and set, but I don't know the things that you need to do to call these animals in, to attract them, to get them to come. So it's a benefit for us, especially out here, and to have them come out and take care of these animals for us, and that have causing us all these problems.
This segment of the job is brought to you by Tony Tebby's Signature Sounds, second to none.
Do some summertime dogging. We got Paul Lansburg. Let's see what we can do. It's hot. It's like 86, 87 degrees, and me and Paul's gonna see if we can't still go shoot some coyotes.
The temperature wasn't really the best. It was hot, summertime. Usually I'm not worried about coyote hunting that time of year, but Jason called me and wanted to know if I wanted to go try to kill a couple of dogs. So I drove down and met up with Jason. We went out and hit a few stands.
Yeah, we stopped and talked to this landowner. I've had some success out there, and I've killed several on his place. But I talked to him again. He said, they're back out there again, and they're getting thicker again. And I kind of let this spot cool off because I don't want to overcall the spot and educate more coyotes. So this is not a first season type hunt. This is a population control. This is getting the job done type of hunt. We hunt all year long. We hunt during the summer. But when we're just trying to get these jobs done for these farmers and these landowners, we do it all year round. So this is early, but if they're having a problem, we're going to do our job.
Come on, buddy.
Come on. He's on the move. There's two of them. There's one behind him. Oh, he's scatting. Woo! 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 Ah! Where's the other one? Darn it. Must have got a Chloe. Where's the other one? I don't know. There it is. There. I don't see. I don't see.
Missed it.
Oh.
Missed him.
You missed him?
Yeah. Man. That rushed. Gosh dang it.
That one was really, really brown.
Yeah. They got down here somewhere. I don't know if he got our wind or what.
I think he did.
Can I tell you what happened this morning?
No.
I woke up with a toothache right here. And hurt really bad when I woke up. When I went to put that gun on there to shoot it. Hurt me a little bit. I threw my shot. Toothache. I missed. I rushed my shot a little bit. Felt like I was getting ready to bail. That's nobody's fault but mine. Icotech did his job. Camera guy did his job. The only one that didn't do his job was me.
Summer dogging. We got a landowner that's had some coyotes hanging out on some hay bales, and this piece of property gets our wind right, so we're gonna get our stuff put together here and go down on the hill and try calling in, taking the shotgun just in case. We went to this next stand. Landowner always seeing them back behind his house. I did some howling and had a response, and so So I changed my gears a little bit and went a little bit more aggressive, and sit there called probably for 20 minutes, hadn't seen nothing.
Yeah, so we used a lot of calls. We threw everything and the kitchen sink. You know, we tried everything, and finally I told Paul, so let's try one more combination. You know, so let's get into some Pissed Coyote by Tony Tebby. I said, then we got into some Den Raid. I said, let's just try this. It's been working for me. Let's throw one last little Hail Mary at this coyote. And it took a while, but this coyote finally came in.
Coyote. We thought it was a pup. I didn't realize at first that it was a mangy dog. We just thought it was a pup.
When they're like that, when they're mangy and don't have a whole lot of hair, it's hard to tell their size. We almost thought it maybe was that year's pup. Might have been pretty small.
He was really cautious too, and he wouldn't commit. So he was out there probably 150 yards. And
Paul's got him in his scope, and you know, even in the scope, Paul thought he was pretty small, but
we had talked whether we were going to shoot it or not, and I was like, I'm good with it. So a pup's a coyote. It's going to grow up. It's going to destroy things. It's going to hurt livestock and stuff. So we still take them if they come in. So.
Look at the mama papa. Yeah. But they'll come out. Here's the thing. Oh, you. What do you want to do? Bye-bye, puppy.
you know, Paul makes a little comment, bye-bye puppy, and next thing you know is bye-bye puppy.
Coyote number 3 of the day. We called the double on the first stand. Not really for sure what happened there, you know. Called this one in. Come in about the 35-minute mark. It was a long stand. Let's go see what we got. We thought it was a pup, but turns out it's not. He's just so covered in mange, I really don't even want to touch him, but I'm guessing it's another male. That's still a big dog.
You got to get these kind of coyotes. It's good to get them out of their population, you know, because they will take this mange and they will spread it between each other, then they all get it, and these coyotes will suffer, and a lot of times they suffer and won't make it through the winter. So it's good to get out so it doesn't spread with the other coyotes.
He stayed about 100 yards out from us, and 100 yards ain't far enough, so we got a goner. Man, he is nasty. Still a big dog.
Yeah, he looked smaller out in the field, didn't he?
Yeah.
We were kind of debating on whether we should even shoot it because we're not real big into shooting pups, but you know, coyote's a coyote.
I'm glad we did. That ain't no pup.
When you treat this like a job, when somebody calls you and they're having problems, whether it's 100 degrees or 20 below zero, you just got to go.
This is who we are. You know, we're going to get the job done. We don't care what time of the year it is. It doesn't matter if it's spur season or not. We're going to get out there and take care of these problem coyotes for everyone and get them out of the population and try to help these farmers out. We don't care what time of the year it is.